Welcome to another episode of Positive Solutions for Life. I'm Peggy Meyer. I'm so glad you are joining me today because today we're diving into something that's deeply personal and incredibly powerful, the influence we have on others. Don't think you influence others? You do. Whether you recognize it or not, each of us has the ability to shape the world around us through our actions, words, and energy. This influence can either build up and elevate or tear down and diminish. In this episode, we're going to talk about how you can embrace the role model mindset and use that influence to build, uplift, and create positive change in the lives of those around you. But first, let's understand your impact. We often go through life without fully realizing the impact we have on those around us. Every conversation, every action, every moment is a chance to either uplift or diminish someone else. Think about it. Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling inspired and energized? Or on the flip side, drained and discouraged? That's influence in action. The time you were upset, angry, and frustrated because something at work, and you came home and yelled and screamed at your child for spilling milk, you made an impact. And yes, I've done that. Maybe the time that you held the door open for a stranger, smiled at them, and said a kind word or two, you made an impact. Whether that person acknowledged you or not, you do not know the extent of your impact. Your influence can be subtle and long-lasting. A kind word today might set someone on a better path tomorrow. A smile in a tough moment can be the light someone needs to keep going. And sometimes you might never know the full extent of your impact, and that's okay. What matters is that you're conscious of the decision you have and you chose to make a positive one. So let's embrace the role model mindset. And what does that mean? A role model mindset is the conscious approach of recognizing the influence you have on others and actively choosing to set a positive example through your actions, words, and behaviors. It's about understanding that your presence, behavior, and decisions have the potential to inspire, teach, or guide those around you all the time, whether you're aware of it or not. Have you ever heard a young child swear? They heard it somewhere at school, daycare, or even at home. Everyone is a role model. But not everyone embraces the role model mindset I'm talking about today, the positive kind. Embracing the role model mindset means you are self-aware. You're mindful of how your actions and words impact others, knowing that people are watching, learning, or being affected by your behavior all the time. Another way to embrace the role model mindset means that you're being intentional. You make a deliberate effort to behave in a way that aligns with positive values like kindness, integrity, and respect. You are purposeful about creating an environment where others feel supported, valued, and inspired. And you're consistent. You strive to consistently embody the qualities you hope to inspire in others. It's not about being perfect, but about being dependable and consistent in the principles you stand for. Embracing the role model mindset also means you are empathetic. You seek to understand others' perspectives and needs before acting, showing empathy and compassion in your interactions. It also means you're growth oriented. You understand that being a role model doesn't mean you have all the answers, but you're open to learning, growing, improving, and you encourage others to do the same. Lastly, embracing the role model mindset means you are accountable. You take personal responsibility for your actions and admit when you've made a mistake, demonstrating humility and a willingness to grow in front of others. Adopting a role model mindset means taking responsibility for the way your behavior can shape and impact the lives of those around you, whether you're aware of it at the time or not. It's about leading by example and knowing that your influence can help build a more positive, supportive, and meaningful community, workplace, home, or school. So think about someone you admire, a role model in your life. What qualities do they have? Chances are that those qualities aren't just about what they say, it's about how they made you feel. Do they make you feel valued, supported, seen? That's the essence of a role model. Someone who inspires you not by perfection, but by their integrity, care, and intention. They genuinely care for you and want you to become the best you can be. So, what are some ways you can do that? Well, here's 7 ways to be a good role model. First, care about people. The simplest, most profound principle is this: treat others the way you want to be treated. Care about people. This golden rule is timeless for a reason. When you show genuine concern for others' well being, you foster an environment of mutual respect and trust. It's not about grand gestures. Small, everyday acts of kindness go a long way. It's like remembering someone's name or asking how their day went. Showing that you care does make a difference. You can also be very mindful and intentional. Every action and every word matters. A good role model is someone who is aware of how they present themselves because they understand that their behavior sets the tone for those around them. Being intentional with your actions ensures you're consistently conveying positive messages. This means pausing before speaking, considering your tone, and thinking about how your behavior might be interpreted by others. It's as simple as pausing before responding and thinking about the other person. The third way to be a good role model is using your communication skills. Effective communication is crucial, but it's not just about speaking. It's about listening too. Active listening builds connection, fosters understanding, and makes people feel heard. Being open and honest, admitting when you make a mistake, these are all marks of a great role model. People respect someone who's humble enough to own up to their shortcomings because it shows growth, not perfection. Another way to be a good role model is to observe and listen first. Before reacting, take the time to observe and listen. Often we're too quick to offer advice and solutions, but we miss the mark because we haven't fully understood the situation. By being patient and taking a step back and truly listening, you can offer more thoughtful and impactful responses. The fifth way you can be a role model is to seek out assistance and knowledge. A positive role model doesn't have all the answers. They're always learning, growing, and seeking knowledge from others. They understand that to guide others effectively, they need to continue to expand their own horizons. So don't be afraid to ask questions or seek help. It shows that you value continuous improvement. The sixth way to be a good role model is to share information freely. One of the most powerful ways to impact others is by sharing what you know. And I hope I'm doing this throughout this podcast episodes for the last year and a half. When you share knowledge and insights freely without expecting anything in return, you foster a culture of collaboration. It's not about competition. It's about elevating everyone. Sharing wisdom, offering advice, or just lending a hand can make a huge difference in someone's life. And lastly, live with integrity, values, and character. At the core of being a positive role model is living with integrity. Your values, character, and consistency form the foundation of your influence. When you stay true to your beliefs, even when it's challenging, others take notice. Authenticity is magnetic. People trust someone who is unwavering in their principles. So when you embrace the role model mindset and demonstrate how you care for others by being mindful, intentional while observing and listening first before speaking, the impact you have on others can extend far beyond the initial moment. It can have a ripple effect. A small act of kindness or a word of encouragement today might have a lasting effect on someone's life, months, or even years down the road. That's the beauty of a ripple effect. You can plant seeds of positivity today that sprout and grow long after the moment, and you've moved on and even forgot about it. You never know the full scope of your influence. Even when you don't get immediate feedback or acknowledgement, know that your actions are contributing to a larger collective impact. Every choice you make, every interaction you have creates ripples that move through your home, workplace, community, and beyond. So you have the power to influence others. Truly believe that. You have the power to influence others, whether you realize it or not. By adopting the role model mindset, you take responsibility for that influence and use it to build, elevate, and create positive change. It's not about being perfect, but it's about being intentional and genuine. Every action you take, every word you speak has the potential to make a lasting difference. So as you go about your day to day, think about the kind of influence you want to have on others. Strive to be someone who lifts others up, who lives with integrity, and who shares knowledge freely. By doing so, you not only shape the lives of others, you also help to create a more supportive, positive world for everyone. So go out and make a positive difference in the lives of others today. I hope I have.